Good afternoon and welcome to one of the most special events at Itawamba Community College each year, the celebration of the careers and contributions of those who are leaving the service of the college soon, but not leaving our ICC family. We appreciate your joining us this afternoon. Our honorees, San Weatherford, Stephen Baines, Karen Davis, and Joe Williams, have a combined total of approximately 100 years of service to Itawamba Community College. They have touched the lives of their colleagues and our students, as well as the communities we serve and beyond. This afternoon, we will remember their careers and their impact on us, their college family, as they are recognized. Vice President of Development and Planning, Wayne Sullivan, will present our first honoree.
Well, it is my pleasure and honor to recognize the service that San Weatherford has made to the college. San has a total of 25 years of service with the state. Unfortunately, only 9 of those years were here at ICC, and San has accomplished a lot in those years. Matter of fact, I want to recall, some of you may be Lonesome Dove fans. I've watched it so many times, I have most of it memorized. But one of my favorite scenes of those mini series was when Captain Call and Gus and the Cowboys were burying Josh Dietz. Remember, Josh Dietz was a black scout who got killed. And McCall, being the hard guy he was, didn't want to show any emotion, so instead of saying anything about Dietz, he wrote it on a board and stuck it on Dietz's grave. And old P.I. Parker, who was one of those crusty cowboys who couldn't read, looks at Gus and says, "What does it read, Gus?" And Gus, partially, I'm going to do a partial quote, Gus said, it says, Josh Dietz served with me for 30 years, cheerful in all weathers, never shrieked a task, splendid behavior. Now, we're obviously not doing a eulogy to San today. But I think those comments describe San's service here at ICC just as well as it did Dietz's 30 years of being a scout for Captain Call. Today I talked to 2 or 3 people about, what would you say about San? And they all said that, that San was a hard worker. He was a good guy. He was always on the level kill. So I got to thinking, who could say more about him than Olga? So I go to the registrar's office and I find Olga and I said, "Olga, what you want me to say about San today?" She said, "Well, I don't really know." And I said, "Well, it's got to be something." I said, "Would you like for me to tell what a helpful husband and father he is? That he gets up at night and feeds the baby, gets up and changes the diaper, carries it to daycare and picks it up," and with a big smirk on her face, she said, "You could say that." So San, we want you to know we love you and appreciate the service to the college, and we hope you do well in your next venture. Now, I'm going to turn the podium over to Dr. Summerall to introduce the honorees that serve in her departments.
Well, it is my pleasure to introduce our first honoree, Mr. Stephen Baines. I would like to also introduce his family, his wife, Michelle, his children, Justin, Kate, her husband Zach, Elizabeth, Rachel, and Jared. The reason this is important, if you know anything about Steve, you would know how important they are to his life. Stephen is precious. I've gotten so many phone calls and emails over the last year, checking in on him, praying for him, lifting him up, and we're so honored to have you here today with us. So proud to see you here. A little bit about Stephen here at ICC. He has been with us for 25 years. He was hired originally as an agribusiness management technology, but he didn't stop there. He's taught agriculture, nutrition for us. He's been an academic advisor. If you talk to any of his students, they absolutely adore him because he doesn't take 5 minutes. He stays with them the whole 2 years. His students will, even if they're reassigned, will come back and see him and ask for his advice. He has won the Lamplighter Award. He's served on numerous institutional committees. His love and passion for agriculture and animals has led he and his wife Michelle to establish Baines Farm at their home. And over the years, they've collected several animals. If you haven't been out there, they've got dogs, cats, pigs, chickens, peacocks, cows, horses, goats, and rabbits. Stephen and Michelle are faithful foster parents. I know that he and I have had many conversations. They would not take time out for themselves to go on vacation, but they would take their foster animals across country to deliver these foster animals. They are both great supporters of the Tupelo League Humane Society. And through this background in agriculture, he also had started making homemade lotion and soap and lip balm, which he would so generously bring to his work family. And so we miss him every day at work. And I also want to mention his family at Trinity Baptist Church, who are also very special to him. So if you would, Stephen, we would love to honor you for your years of service. Our second honoree today is Miss Karen Davis. She's been with the college for over 18 years, but has been in music education for over 40. I would also like to recognize her family, her husband Johnny, and son Bishop, and apparently a 175-pound Great Dane named Rocky. Told you, people were telling on you. One of her colleagues described her by her hallmark characteristic as her smile, that she's always smiling whenever you see her. She's kind, she's loving, she's a positive influence on her students and her peers. She's an exceptional musician and teacher and leader. I've seen her in situations, and from far away, some of you may or may not know that sometimes I just go over to the Fine Arts Building. They may or may not know them here, that I'm there, and I've seen her in action, and she's so patient and kind with her students and takes them to the next level when they're struggling, and just phenomenal teacher. She leads by example. She has built this choir up to award winning. We've just celebrated 15 years of center stage because of Miss Davis and the hard work of her and her peers. She's won the Lamplighter Award, Headway. She has tirelessly been at every commencement, directing those commencements for many years with our choir. Never complains, always has a smile on her face. We just appreciate you, and we're going to miss you so, so much. we would like to thank you for your service at ICC. Thank you. Our last honoree is Mr. Joe Williams. He's been with us for over 40 years. He was originally hired as a business administration instructor in accounting. He's been our division chair. He was also the night administrator at the Tupelo campus. He has served on many institutional committees. I think he's tried to get out of the curriculum committee for several years, but he just automatically gets nominated, no opposing votes, bam, he takes care of us and has run that committee for years. He's been an advisor, students in free enterprise. He educated students in tax preparation. He's won the Lamplighter Award, the Meritorious Achievement Award. He's been a dedicated ICC employee. When I ask people about Mr. Williams, dedication comes over and over again from several different people. I personally, when I first started serving on committees with Mr. Williams, I just was struck by his conscientious nature and kindness. He would pull out the chair for me, welcome me to a committee, and just with welcome arms, and very thoughtful about the institution as a whole in his contributions to whatever committee we were serving on together. He's selfless, he's hardworking, he was always available, always has been available to any student, any peer, colleague. I will miss you greatly. Thank you for your service to ICC.
I would ask your honorees if there's any comments you would like to make. I was afraid that may be the case. On behalf of Itawamba Community College family, we appreciate the opportunity to celebrate with each of you, San, Stephen, Karen, and Joe. We appreciate your many contributions to the college as well as the impact that you've made. San, through your service as a valuable member of the grounds team to ensure that Itawamba Community College looks its best every day. Stephen, through your service as a counselor and faculty member to ensure that Itawamba Community College students have the best career guidance and educational foundation. Karen, through your extraordinary talent that has been a gift that you have shared not only with Itawamba Community College and beyond during its special events, but also with hundreds of students through choir, chamber singers, and center stage. And Joe, through your extensive knowledge of business that you have imprinted upon the minds of students at ICC over the past 40 years, as well as exceptional leadership for that division. And I've only been here 9 months now, I guess. And I know that our college will feel the challenge of filling the void of leadership, passion, and service that you will leave us with. And I'm so thankful in my short time that I had a chance to share those 9 months with y'all. Your ICC family expresses appreciation and extends best wishes to each of you as you embark upon new chapters in your lives. Please know that you are always welcome to visit us at any time. Your ICC family will most definitely miss you. Thank y'all so much for being with us today. Please enjoy the rest of the refreshments.